Hey, what's up? Good morning. Thank y'all for being here. We are in the live. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year. It is Friday, my favorite day of the week. Thank God. Somebody got paid today, right? Somebody woke up and looked at their account like, ooh, we about to get out here and do a little shopping, pay some bills, whatnot. But thank you guys for being here nevertheless. Let's see. Let me get all my stuff set up here. Again, thank y'all for joining the show. Child, I'll be doing the most, okay? The absolute most. All right, let me get this set up right quick while my people still coming in. Thank y'all. Come on in, guys. We're here. We waiting on y'all just a little bit. We waiting on you just a little bit. All right, come on in. Come on in. Y'all don't forget to tap on that like button too, okay? Don't forget to tap on the like. I know sometimes y'all get excited when y'all come in and y'all forget. Please don't forget to tap the like. You know the show is going to be good. All right. We're going to get a lot of tea. We're going to get some laughs. We're going to get some music. Y'all can get all of that right here on this show. So go ahead and hit the like button. It's okay. I promise I'm not going to disappoint. All right. All right. I had to get that in there. All right. Let's get it on. All right. Okay, let's get it in. How y'all doing? Let's go ahead and speak to everybody. I see Lana Thomas is here. Good morning. Sheila Washington. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Grandma 504 Wilding Out. Good morning, No Filter Fine. Good morning, Marion's Favorites. Good morning, Kim Naughton. Good morning, Ting Shirley Terry. Good morning, Yvette McCovery. Cupcake Mamas. Good morning, Big Steak. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Truth. Good morning, Henry Lee. Good morning. Good morning, Denise Slay. Good morning. Good morning, Shirley Terry. SCZK 5 Me. Okay, that's a new name, but good morning, Grand Rising. Good morning, Cheryl Rambo. Good morning. D Nice is in the house. Good morning, April R. in Virgo. Good morning. All right, and everybody's still coming in. Thank y'all all for being here. Let me get my chair up. I feel like I'm sitting low. All right, there we go. All right, I see you guys. Yes, happy Friday. Y'all speaking to everybody. We got some more people coming in. Diana Black, I see you. Good morning. Good morning, there. I said Denise Slay. Good morning again. Felicia White is here. Good mountain. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully everyone hit the like so we can go ahead and get into the show. We do not have politics today. We're going to jump right into the mess. It's Friday. Y'all know I don't like really doing politics on Friday because I know you guys are here for the mess. I see Mia MJ. Thanks for being here, love. Let's jump on in, okay? Because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I hope you guys are having a great new year, all right? Because I sure am. All right, so let's first and foremost, we don't have any politics, like I said, but we do want to look at some of the people that we did lose last year, okay, in 2025, because we're in 2026 right now. Good morning, Katina, love me. Good morning, ma'am. All right, let's see what she's saying. Good morning, Cameron. I love you. Girl, sometimes I don't have time to listen while I'm at work, so I just hit the like, not knowing what you're talking about, because I know it's going to be good and watch you. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, okay? Sophia Jordan, good morning. I see Faith Williams. Kim Jones is in the building. Good morning. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Let's go ahead and get into it, though. All right, let's take some of this down. All right, so y'all can see what's going on. All right, so let's look at the people that we lost. All right, before we get into it, because we lost some really good people in 2025. All right, some really, really good people. Some were shockers. Some of these deaths shocked me, okay? But let's get into it, all right? Miss Viola Fletcher passed away 11/24/25. Y'all pardon me if I do not remember what she actually did. Obviously, she was a very, very important person because she is in this lineup. So shout out to her. Shout out to Ball Alert, too. This is where we're watching, okay? Y'all remember this one, honey. We talked about him quite a few times. Marshawn Nealon, he took his life last year. He was dealing with some very deep things, including his mother passing away. I don't think he ever got over that. So that was 11/06/2025. Of course, D'Angelo, I think, shocked everyone. A lot of people did not know that he was sick. He was, I think, in like hospice care going into his death, but he did not want people to see him in that state, according to what I was reading on several platforms. But he did pass away October 14th of 2025. All right, so we lost a good one. That's a legend right there. All right, Asada Shakur, 9/25/25. Okay, rest in peace to her. Y'all remember Rolling Ray? We also talked about Rolling Ray as well. Okay. 9/3 of 2025. Malcolm Jamal Warner. I'm still like lost for words. You guys remember he drowned while he was actually on vacation with his family, and he got caught up in the current and in the waves about their child, and he wound up being unalive. So prayers to Malcolm Jamal Warner's family. His mom, I know, is probably still getting over that death because that's her baby, right? We all remember him from the show The Cosby Show. Okay, he was Theo on The Cosby Show. So rest in peace to him. That's still a shocker. I can't even believe I'm saying that. All right. Ananda Lewis, y'all remember her on BET. You remember her. Okay. She passed away June 11th of 2025. Okay. George Foreman, y'all remember he passed away earlier last year, 3/21/25. So prayers up for his family as well. Y'all know he has a lot of kids, a lot of George, and I think all of them named George. He got George in there somewhere. But shout out to him, honey. If you got a George Foreman grill, it came from George Foreman because I got one downstairs as well. All right, make some good ass grilled chicken and burgers, whatever you want to put on there. All right, Angie Stone, another legend. All right, another legend we lost. 3/1 of 2025. All right. Lord have mercy. That was a shocker. Y'all know she was in a car accident where her Sprinter van flipped a few times after being hit by a semi truck. Okay. She was the only one, to be exact, that passed away in said accident. Okay. So prayers up for her kids, her son and her daughter, who are dealing with two deaths back to back, Angie Stone and D'Angelo. Okay. All right, Roberta Flack. Oh my God, another legend, right? We lost some legends last year. Okay, February 24th of 2025. Lord have mercy. Okay, Roberta Flack. Y'all know she got hits for days. So she left a lot of music behind for everyone to enjoy, but she is no longer with us. Okay. Valletta Wallace, who is the mother of rap icon legend Biggie Smalls. Okay, Miss Valletta Wallace. We lost her February 21st of 2025, honey. Irv Gotti, the very controversial, we got to say, Irv Gotti, who would not leave Ashanti alone. He did not realize that they broke up after she let his ass know, and after she had gone on to marry Nelly. He felt a whole way about that. Was doing interviews talking about, oh, she gave me a expensive watch back in the day. Nigga still had to watch. I was just like, what? But anywho, shout out to Irv Gotti because he did get Murder Inc. records up off the ground, which is still going to this day with artists like Ja Rule, Ashanti, you name it. All right. So yeah, they've been able to put out a lot of hits, but you got to give credit where credit is due because Irv Gotti has something to do with that. So rest in peace to him. We lost him February 5th of 2025. Okay. DJ Unk. I'm not really familiar too much with DJ Unk. Obviously, he's a DJ if he has DJ on his name. So, yeah, somebody was out here spinning those records. All right, getting the people on the dance floor partying up. So we lost him January of 2025. So you didn't get to see a lot of Trump's bullshit that was going on last year, but he did pass away. Okay, so rest in peace to him and all of his family members who are still dealing with his death. Let's move along. This one right here, baby, was still a shocker, but he was sick as well. This is another legend. This is a gospel legend. For those of you that go to church, know about gospel music. Richard Smallwood, honey, like, yes, okay. Many hits. Many hits. Some of his songs, a lot of his songs really got me through some really tough times. You know how you can listen to a gospel song, honey, and that song can hit right where it need to hit and get you up out of your feelings and get you through the day, okay? If you guys went to church, you had a good choir, honey, that could be on key real good. You can sing some Richard Smallwood songs and really get the church up and shouting and stuff, right? But so shout out to Richard Smallwood because they just announced his death. I think it was December 30th, was it? Yeah, December 30th of 2025. Isaiah Whitlock Jr. Passed away 12/30 of 2025. You know, they say every year carries a number, right? Every year carries a number. So you see a lot of people passing away at the end of the year, like right at 12/30, 12/31, like in that area. Every year carries a year. Every year carries a number, as they say. And yeah, a lot of people passed away last year. So rest in peace to this young man here, Mr. Isa Whitlock. I'm talking about Isaiah. Isa Whitlock Jr. Okay. Rest in peace to him. Young Scooter. I think he was a rapper. He passed away 3/28 of 2025. All right. So those are the ones that were listed for our 2025 people that passed away. So rest in peace to everyone that we mentioned. Condolences to all the family members and everyone that was affected by these deaths. All right. Yes, let's move along, honey. Let's move along. All right, Soulja Boy's into it, everybody. First, he was into it, Blueface. I hear he has some type of beef going on with DDG, which is Halle Bailey's baby daddy. Now he's into it with DJ Academics, child. He took some time to read him down. I said, oh my God, I got to play it. I was having me a nice little chuckle last night while I watched this. I said, oh my God, now I got to play this. So Soulja Boy is snapping off. All right, so Soulja Boy goes off on DJ Academics for saying that streaming unalive rappers aura. It said that you fat hot dog eating biatch said that punch you in the stomach and pork chops falling out your arse. Okay, let's get into it. He is funny as hell. All right, let me put my trigger up, even though I know it, just for the sake of, child, just for the sake of, because his mouth is a little reckless, but it was mad funny, so I'm gonna share it. All right, let's get into it. Let's get up on the screen. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here. Y'all ready for this? Oh, thank you to the people in the bushes too, okay? All the flying monkeys. Y'all can turn your motorcycles off so y'all can hear me and take back the this tea wherever you report to. I don't know. So shout out to the flying monkeys. Oh, let me speak in your language. All right, y'all got that? Take that back. All right, so let's get back into the show.
Academics, you need to fix your tweets. Nigga talking about all the rappers is lame because they streaming and all that. Well, shut the fuck up with your fat Uber Eats, McDonald's eating ass, 50 Krabby Patties stuffing down your stomach, bitch. You lame, nigga. Ain't no fucking body lame, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Niggas can stream if they want to, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Fat piece of shit. I don't like the way you been tweeting, nigga. You need to put Soulja Boy, put my name in there. Don't call, know what I'm saying? Chicken nugget eating motherfucker punch you in your stomach and pork chops falling out your ass, nigga. Nigga punch you in your chest, nigga. You gonna cough up a chicken nugget. Boy, you better sit your fat ass down somewhere tweeting all that bullshit, nigga. Fuck wrong.
So he felt a way about saying that, let's go ahead and read up. Soulja Boy does not like that DJ Academics, who is very controversial, didn't mention him in the list of rappers that were lame. All right, so this is the dumbest beef ever. Like, you want to be named as somebody being lame? Is that what it is? Or are you clout chasing or mad that no one is speaking your name and that he chose to talk about other rappers? That's what it's given. But it said he just read Academics for filth. Let's keep going.
Don't you, nigga? How the fuck you gonna call all the rappers lame? You know how many rappers it is, bitch? How we lame because we want to get some Twitch money? Shut the fuck up.
Moving right along. So DJ Academic says, if I sign a rapper, I'd forbid them from going on any streamer platform. Says, why? Because the facade of being bigger than the program, cooler than the normal, is what rappers live off. Says that every time I see a rapper on a stream, I'm reminded this ninja lame like me said that he won the lottery rather. He goes on and said that the internet removed all mystique from rappers. He says that I just seen a convo where a rapper still trying to convince people that they are so cool. He says that, bruh, we see y'all lives 360. Said you just as corny as the people you flexing on. You and your audience is the same. Streaming unalive rappers are. Oh, I don't believe that. I feel like a lot of people are going to different platforms now in order to, I guess, promote their music or whatever it is that they're doing. Social media is pretty much taking over. Everybody's using social media for whatever reason, to promote, to do lives, to speak to their people, whatever the case may be. Social media is definitely taking over. A lot of rappers are taking to different platforms now in order to stay relevant and to promote. So I don't see anything with it. DJ Academics, maybe you're not as popular as you think you are if you're so bothered by other people who are going to different streams in order to promote themselves. Like, why does it bother you so much if a rapper chooses to go on any platform and promote themselves, whether it's on streaming or whatever the case may be, podcast, whatever? I don't see anything wrong with it, but y'all know Soulja Boy stays he stays snapping out, right?
Look, nigga, I was the first rapper on Twitch, cause I feel like you calling me lame. Don't get on no motherfucking Twitter talking about all rappers lame because they streamers. You the only lame nigga here, Academics. Shut the fuck up. Stupid ass tweeting ass nigga. Go eat some fucking pork chops, nigga. Get some smothered bologna. Nigga, stop.
Who is eating smothered bologna? Like, come on.
Tweeting so fucking much, nigga. Fuck is wrong with you? You hungry or something, nigga? You stupid bitch. Nigga talking about all rappers lame because they streaming now. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You
the smothered bologna took me, okay? Because who is eating that? Not me, girl. Okay, who is smothering bologna? Making gravy and pouring it over bologna? Like, you know you fat when you eat like that. Come on now. But anywho, that's what he had to say. Moving right along. I can't give you no more time, soldier, because your mouth is very, very, very toxic. Okay. He stayed getting into it with somebody. Somebody else who stayed getting into it. Right, child, please. Oh my God. Somebody else who stayed getting into it. Let me take my trigger down because I don't need it. All right. All right. All right, so 50 Cent is still getting into it with Papoose. They're still going back and forth, child. This rap battle is starting to get out of control. Clarissa Shields, she's involving herself. We're going to look at that here in a second because she's going to get her damn wig toe off. But Papoose says, why everybody keep assuming that 50, comparing rather 50 to a biatch? Says it is it because he gossips so much? Said that we still ain't respond to let's rap about it. We still ain't respond. What? That doesn't make sense. Said he know he ain't nice for real, meaning that he can't out rap him. Said go apologize to Banks chump. Said that you need him right now, meaning Lloyd Banks. Okay, I remember that. Bars on wheels. Hashtag Papoose. Da da da. So this is something that Papoose actually posted to troll 50 Cent. So it's the Mariah Carey All I Want for Christmas Is You is playing, and he's showing this AI version of 50 Cent dancing with a little towel and a little bra. Girl, they are messy. When will this be in, Lord? This is crazy. Y'all know 50 Cent is a responder, and he did respond. So we're going to take a look here in a second after this. Baby, he is twerking it out, ain't he? Girl. Oh my God. Not that All I Want for Christmas Is You twerk out. All right, so of course 50 Cent responded as we know he always does. Let's get into it, shall we? I said, Lord, it's kind of entertaining, but it's starting to get annoying. I really want them to move past this bullshit, but then I kind of don't because I'm enjoying playing this mess. All right, so let's get into what 50 Cent had to say. It says that's the fifth little New York ninja this week. So of course he's trolling him because y'all know they said that Papoose has this weird head where his hair is receding, like his hair all toe out in the front, and then all this forehead action going. This is why he always wears a hat, because his head. Let's get into this, child. Lord, 50 Cent, shout out to you.
50, yeah. You see what this dirty nigga just posted? I know. And then the nigga blocked me because I said 50 gonna bomb your ass. Yeah. I'm gonna let the people know because this nigga look crazy. Look at him. Nigga must be stressed out. I think his bitch knocked him out for New Year's. The nigga woke up and wasn't thinking. All right, bro. I'm gonna let them know. All right.
Not the phone shoe.
What you about to drop an album or something? That shit gonna flop. I don't know what's going on. What the fuck is going on up there? You look crazy. My son 50 say he not scared of you dusty niggas. You was a dusty nigga to him. Your career ain't never go nowhere. He don't respond to females that wear the pants. He told me he don't respond to females that wear the pants. You the bitch and he the Clarissa the nigga. You heard? I'm sorry. That's how it is. We don't rock with you. Stressed out over there. You need some attention. But we gonna give it to you. Got more shit to be worried about. Like that hairline. You need Just for Men. You need to go to Colombia and get the hair extensions. Let them poke your head a little bit more. Pause. 50, yeah.
They are messy. All right, so let's keep going, child, because they are still fighting. Now, I showed you guys this one last night. Clarissa decided to respond. We're going to look at her response, but I got to remind you guys of where this mess began. All right, some of y'all didn't get to see it, so it would be remiss if I did not show you. All right, so 50 Cent responds to Papoose AR post of him dancing in heels and says that it looks like all of Papoose handsome hoes. All right, child, let's get into it, Lord. Okay. A mess. So 50 Cent says, look at Pap posted, haha. Says that look at what Pap posted, rather, haha. That looked like one of his joints. All of his hoes handsome. Says that they're tougher than him, LOL. He do like hard-faced girls, though. He do. He loved them hard-faced girls. He really do. But so this is this is a mess. So Papoose posted this about 50 Cent. 50 Cent responded here. All right. So let's continue. He's still dancing, child. Papoose says, no, no, no. Stop deflecting, Curtis. Because y'all know this is his name, Curtis Jackson, child. Said the world is still waiting for your response to Fab and them. Said that you from Southside, do something. Said fight or flight. Holler if you need a ghostwriter. Champ says, I mean chump. All right. So hashtag bars on wheels. Hashtag Papoose. All right. So 50 responded with this, and baby, this took me out. Okay. I don't know why they don't ever understand that they can never out troll 50 Cent. 50 Cent is gonna always clap back, and the shit gonna always hit different. So let's get into it. Some of you guys remember from last night. Shout out to Ball Alert. This is what 50 Cent responded to. Says, see, said now you see that that's assault. Said that you can't just go around putting your hands on people. LOL. Happy New Year. Let's get into it.
Everything I did for you. I did it because I love
Now, this is from a movie. This is supposed to be Clarissa talking to Papoose. All right, here we go.
you. Don't you felt the same way about me?
Me? Love you? Bitch, you got to be crazy. I use you. You're a toy, bitch. A freak. You get your big country, greasy ass back to the country where you belong.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Get Jesse, bitch.
Everything I did.
Baby, I said last night, as soon as he tell her I'm going back to Remy, he gonna get a slap just like that. But that was a response, child. So let's continue. Oh my God. All right, so Clarissa Shields jumped in. I don't know why she's doing that. Why you jumping in their mess, baby? You should have stayed out of it. Now 50 Cent about to come for you. And I'm gonna be scrolling through the internet streets today to see what his response is, because I know he's gonna have something to say about your hard-faced ass. But anyway, Clarissa Shields pops in Papoose's comments reacting to his post about 50 Cent. Shout out to J Views Daily. As you guys can see here, Clarissa Shields, that is her post. She says in reference to 50 Cent, his pit bull head ass started it. Okay, so she is helping Papoose clap back at 50 Cent. I'm pretty sure by now 50 Cent has seen this. Do I need to add him just to be petty? I don't know. But anyway, so he will be responding, I'm pretty sure. And when he does, we will have it up right here. Say, y'all, I'm screaming, not pitbull head ass. So that was a little funny. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on, girl. All right, so rapper Huncho has welcomed a new baby into the world. Now, y'all know he and Keisha Cole are supposed to be dating. Obviously, Keisha Cole did not have a baby. I don't know if the new style now is, or the new trend is, that guys are dating girls, but they can have babies with other women while they're with said girl. We already know Cardi B is going through that with Stephon Diggs and several other people. Rapper, what is it, Young YN something child. I see he's got several women and several kids by several different women. So I don't know. And he has a whole wife. So it's weird to me how these women are accepting these guys that they're supposed to be dating, that they're going public about, say, oh, this is my man, my man, my man. But your man got babies being born like back to back to back by other people. So in this video, shout out to the Shade Room. It says that congrats to Huncho and his family on their new bundle of joy. He is now officially a father of 3. As previously reported last September, he shared the news that he was expecting a new little one. I wonder how Keisha Cole feels about that, because they keep breaking up and getting back together, breaking up, keep getting back together. He is always seen with other girls. I know at one point Keisha Cole was arguing online with another girl that he was supposed to be seeing, who's also supposed to be a rapper. And she broke up with him for a little bit, and then she went back, and the shit just began to do what it was doing. I mean, they continue to go back and forth, but he has just welcomed a baby into the world with someone else that's not Keisha Cole. Let's get into it. Oops, sorry. So you guys see that? All right, that's him in the hospital doing the skin to skin. All right, fresh baby, honey. That's a fresh one. You know you are a crazy ass narc when it come out of your mouth. And it just fly out like it's just nothing that you are a mass manipulator. When you could say that you are a mass manipulator and you can control anybody, he's got some serious deep-rooted issues. And these women continue to fall for him. I don't think he's fine personally. I just think he's a nigga out here with some money who's able to pull women and talk that slick shit to them and make them do whatever he want them to do. Keisha Cole obviously is one of those weak ones. I like your music, Keisha, but I'm sorry I got to be 1,000 out this morning, girl. You are weak because you allow a nigga like Huncho, who is ugly as hell. He's much younger than you. You are way older than him, which means you should be way wiser than him to allow a young nigga to come in and speak that crazy shit to you, play the hell out of you publicly, have babies on you, and disrespect you in the way that he do, and you keep running back. You on stages crying over this nigga like, girl, no ma'am, get it together. Huncho is no one to be crying over. No ma'am. Like, these women need to wake up. I don't know. These women are so unwoke, and I know that's not a word. Y'all are so unwoke nowadays, some of you, where you allow these stupid, brainless ass individuals. They're supposed to be men. I can't call them men. They're supposed to be men because real men don't act like that. Real men don't treat women like that. You guys could not see it. My bad. Sorry. Y'all know I get into it, child, and I'll forget. My bad. All right, let's go back. It's no problem. We can always go back. All right, so here it is. Here's the picture where he is showing his baby, saying Happy New Year. He brought a new baby into the world. My bad, guys. All right. He's now a father of 3. Okay. I'm pretty sure all 3 babies probably from 3 different women. Okay. Allegedly. Also, let's continue. He's showing the skin-to-skin action here. All right. The baby was born, I guess, or this is around 11:25 that night. So
how many kids you got?
I got 2.
Two.
I got 2 and 1 on the way.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
You like being a daddy?
Yeah.
No, that's real Huncho. What sign is your boo?
Sorry, y'all.
I don't even know.
What month is her birthday? You don't know? October. So she's probably either a Libra or what else is
Or a Scorpio.
Or a Scorpio.
Mhm.
Okay. Men with money. Sometimes they like women that don't have money so they can control them a little bit too.
I ain't like that.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right.
I control anybody.
You can control anybody.
I'm a mass manipulator.
I knew it, Huncho.
Nobody said that.
I said it earlier.
We gonna have to bleep that part out.
I seen it.
You ain't supposed to tell people that.
It was the way he walked in here. I'm like, how y'all doing? I said, I know a slick when I see one.
Yeah,
How many kids you got?
I got I got 2.
Yeah, child. Nowadays, it's a flex to have a bunch of kids by a bunch of different women with no commitment whatsoever. And a lot of these women, they fall for it, child, just for the sake of being able to say they have a man. And that's very, very sad. It gives low self-esteem and it's very low vibrational. Let's continue on, though. Krishan Rock is still bouncing from house to house. I told you guys it was said that she is homeless. One of her own family members, which is supposed to be one of her cousins, said that she actually lives in the car with her son, Junior. So, and then they take baths in a fitness center, okay? But she is seen here with Love and Hip Hop's Miss Nikki Baby and what's the guy's name? Leangelo, who is her baby daddy, honey. Apparently, they've gotten back together, maybe for the holidays. I don't know, because she did just take him to court for child support, all right? I don't know nobody in a hurry to get back with somebody after child support, but then again, maybe that's one way to make them drop the child support. Anywho, they are spending the holidays together. Krishan Rock is spending the holidays with them as well, probably because she had nowhere else to go, and she's not in good standing with her own family. So let's go ahead and get into this. Krishan Rock brings in the new year with Nikki Baby, Jello, and the family. All right, let's get into it, child. All right, hold on. Did I not share again? What the hell wrong with me this morning, y'all? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with me this morning. All right, let's get into it. Gee. Krishan Rock is with Miss Nikki Baby.
Kisses, Papa. That was so nice.
Don't let him eat your hair, girl.
What you say? A boot. What did he say, Nikki? He wants to put his boots on. He said he want to what? He wants to put his rain boots on. Oh, his rain boots. You want your rain boots? Oh, you understand? Period. W mama.
Because she talks to her child, unlike you, Krishan. Unlike you, Krishan, who just throw your baby in a freaking stroller and talk to everyone else. When you talk to your children, they will talk back. Okay, that's just what they do.
You're not gonna come.
Listen to me.
Yeah. Krishan, right? You're not gonna come. Krishan.
So she's telling Krishan, honey, she about to go get them little boots for her baby. She's telling Krishan to come with her because, baby, you do not leave your baby. You do not leave your man around no woman, especially Krishan, honey, because you don't know what's gonna happen when you're out of his sight. Because she know LeAngelo is a damn cheater. He already stepped out on her ass and had a whole baby with another woman and married her. So she's like, child, not again. I'm not about to leave my man around another woman like that. I'm about to go get these boots. So she's telling Krishan to come with her while she go back to the room to get them damn boots. What y'all think about it?
What's up, yo?
So yeah, I really hope she gets established and find her somewhere to stay. It's crazy to me how you have money for all these thick chains that you wear around your neck and all this jewelry, but you won't, spend any money towards, even if you get a 1-bedroom apartment, that's still a roof over your head for you and your son. So it's crazy to me to be living in a car when you are on TV, like what on the Zeus network over there fighting and carrying on, you're earning a check. I'm not sure why she will not get her a stable place to stay, and you're bouncing around with everybody. At one point, she was staying with Ray J. Remember, I told you guys, and he wound up putting her out because he was saying, "Hey, my house is fucking nasty with Krishan here. She got stuff everywhere." So, she was living in a house with some roommates. That shit didn't work out either. She got kicked out of Blueface house. He put her out, sent his daddy over there to throw all her stuff out, and she had to leave from there. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Krishan Rock, but I really hope that 2026 bring some new clarity for her so that she can finally get herself together, because this is starting to be annoying, right? But let's move along. All right, Tyler Perry is getting some grief, honey. Y'all know he's facing his second or third lawsuit now, sexual assault lawsuit. I just showed you guys in my video last night where his accuser came forward to talk about the text messages that were shared most recently, where it was said that the young guy was asking Tyler Perry for some money for some type of dental work or some type of medical something. He was saying, "Hey, I'm in dire need of this money. Can you help me?" But a lot of people saying, is Tyler Perry the new zaddy out here? He lost a little bit of weight. Fans are saying that Tyler Perry is out here looking fine. Do you guys think so? I mean, I think he lost some weight. Yes. Do I think he's giving zaddy? I don't think that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that he do like men, but it is what it is. If that's his preference, okay. I keep saying though, I really wish he would come on out the closet and just be who he is. I don't think that nowadays that by it being 2026 now that people gonna be like, "Oh my God," I think we know already. Okay. Again, with the whole Madea character, with his mannerisms, everything about him from all the lawsuits and things we keep hearing about Tyler Perry, people saying that he approached them in a certain type of way, and most of, if not all, of these accusations are coming from men. So live in your truth. You don't have to sneak around and be touching booties and grabbing crotches and shit like that. If that's who you are, honey, come out, be who you are. Look at Queen Latifah, honey. After she did set it off, honey, she ran out here and showed her girlfriend, and they got married. She's a married woman to a woman. Okay. They adopted a child. They are living as a married lesbian couple. So it is what it is nowadays. You can't tell a person how to live their life, but I feel like Tyler Perry is definitely fighting some demons to where he feels he can't live out his life to where he wants to live it, because in 1 minute he want to preach and be all saved and being pulpits, giving out large sums of money and talking about God, and then in the next minute we're hearing about lawsuits of him touching people's crotches and spooning with guys and grabbing people's booties and shit like that, and then trying to pay people to be silent. So I mean, you got to do all that if you just come out and be who you are and just say, "Hey, it is what it is. This is who I am." Boom, right? So what do y'all think? But let's get into it. Let's get into what a lot of people had to say. Shout out to the Uncut. So this person says that y'all don't do Tyler, child, LOL. Another person said, yeah, no, like he is not the new zaddy. They are not feeling that. They said, "I see Mabel Simmons, honey." Y'all know that's what he goes by, Mabel Simmons. So they're not seeing him as being this fine, virile man, as they call him, okay? He is not a good man, Savannah. He is not. So this next person says, "I just see Madea Jr., honey." Madea Jr. It says that it's totally giving Pastor Eddie Long tease. Hold on, how y'all get that out of that picture? Let me go ahead. Oh, the tight shirt. Yeah, the tight shirt do give Eddie Long tease, because y'all know Eddie Long will preaching some shit like this right here. He get up there behind the podium on a good Sunday morning, child, where people up there shouting and carrying on with a shirt on just like this, a tight workout shirt. Very inappropriate. But anywho, not Eddie Long, no. I said that black socks and white sneakers, said all I see is Medea. This other person said that's Medea. So nobody's really seeing him as this strong, like I said, virile man. Like, oh my God, he is so fine. I've never heard nobody say, oh my God, Tyler Perry is so fine. Like, do anybody think that in the chat? Not to down him in any way. But let me know, do you guys feel that Tyler Perry is just this fine man that, oh my God, you know, if I saw Tyler Perry, you know, I'm gonna be hearing him trying to give him my number, or, you know, I'm already have my drawers off and I'm gonna ball my drawers up and give them to him so he can put them in his pocket. You know, some of y'all be nasty like that. But anyway, I don't see Tyler Perry as that. Okay, I don't know. But anywho, let's continue. This story right here, I definitely wanted to share it because this lady here, her life is very interesting in terms of the things that she went through and where she is now. I definitely wanted to share it, right? I said that he would feel so much better standing in his truth. Yeah, D-Nice, I keep saying it. He just need to live in his truth, baby. Everybody already know the cat is out of the bag now. I don't know why you're still trying to hide behind this, you know, persona of who you want to portray, but we see it, baby. We see it, okay? The way you hold your mouth. I don't know no straight men to hold their mouth like straight men don't hold their mouth like that. That's a bitch shit right there. When you part your lips like, They don't do that. They don't do that. But anyway, shout out to Love You More Show. Let's talk about this. All right. So they say I've interviewed a lot of people, but this conversation stopped me in my tracks. This lady's name is Danielle Williams McCord. Didn't just survive trauma. She survived church hurt, sexual exploitation, addiction, and near death, and still found her way back to God. They said that this is not gossip. This is redemption. All right. Let me put my trigger up because some of the things that we're going to be talking about here may be triggering for someone in the chat. So we want to make sure that we make you guys aware. Let's get into this because baby, this is deep. All right, let's go. So she met prostitution with a P in the choir. So imagine going to church, honey, the place that everyone goes to get the spiritual healing that they need, only to be introduced to prostitution with a P. Let's get into it.
They had me in church every day. I feel like I was in church every day. I said, I'd rather go to hell if I got to go to church every day. You know, I was in church every day. And I figured if I was going to be there as much as I was, that I might as well do something I enjoy. And at that time, I used to love to sing. And so I ended up joining the youth choir. Mm-hmm. And while I was singing for Jesus, my choir member introduced me to prostitution. I heard the famous saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I heard, you know, what man would want to marry you? You done did videos and this stuff is out for the rest of your life. And you don't think about what happens if I end up being a wife, if I end up being a mom. You know, you don't think about that in that moment, in that, you know, that fast life. You know, this is a male dominated industry. It's more male preachers and pastors than female. And so I still have a level of anxiety. Mm-hmm. Some people will ask me to come because of my anointing, and some people will ask me to come because of their fetish.
Wow. All right, let's keep going. There's a few clips out there that I want to show you guys. Let's keep going. So before the pulpit, there was pain. Let's get into it.
And most introduced me as pastor. But before I was that, I was in the porn industry. I was a stripper, prostitution. And when people hear that, Willie, they automatically get this negative mindset about people who walk those type of roads. Mm-hmm. But I always tell people, if you don't know the story, then you can't judge it, right? Mm-hmm. And so before I became the pastor, prostitute, porn star, I was a little girl who had experienced molestation when I was 8 years old by the hands of my babysitter's son. My father, who deals with mental health issues, he's schizophrenic and bipolar. He was also an alcoholic. Yeah. And he had a psychotic outbreak. He tried to kill me when I was 10 years old. When I was 12, I was raped by a neighbor who lived across the street. And I never really got any help for any of those things, 8, 10, 12. And then I ran into a 27-year-old pimp when I was 13 years old. I had sex one time and I got pregnant at 13 by this 27-year-old.
My Lord. Hard life, right? Mind you, she said that she was a pastor at one point, but all of these things she went through, it sounded like she had a very traumatic life. Let's continue. She said it started in the church. Again, the church is supposed to be some place where you can go, praise God, get some spiritual healing and connection, be set free from a lot of things that you're actually dealing with. But with her, she was introduced to prostitution and all the things that she wound up getting into that she shouldn't have been into through the church. Let's go.
While I was singing for Jesus, my choir member introduced me to prostitution. And the funny thing is, the baby daddy, the 27-year-old that I met at 13, couldn't do it. He tried, but he couldn't do it. But it was when I met that girl in church, she had that type of influence on me. And so I ended up running away from my grandparents' house and moving in with my choir member, who not only opened up the door for prostitution, but she introduced me to drugs. I ended up getting addicted to cocaine and ecstasy. And so from 15, 16, 17, I started stripping. I started prostituting. I was selling dope at this point, and I was addicted to it. And if that wasn't bad enough, while I was in the nightclub, some porn stars came in.
Wow.
And I knew who they were. They were famous, very well known in the Black community. And I thought I was just going to say hi, but that conversation ended up changing my life. And one of the young ladies said, "Have you ever thought about doing porn?" And I said, "Absolutely not. You know, I've seen it a couple of times. You know, I watched it. You know, the Saints be watching porn. But I've seen
That's what they say, allegedly.
The Saints be watching.
Hey, wait a damn minute.
The Saints be watching porn. So I seen it. But I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Praise the Lord.
I definitely saw it and knew who they were. Never imagined, even though I was already in that lifestyle, I never imagined taking it that far. But she said something that just kind of changed my world. She said, "If you think you're making money now, you haven't seen anything yet." I made $30,000 in 1 month.
Wow.
And
but at what cost, though? I always say that to people. Of course, the love of money is the root of all evil, right? Obviously, that was some evil shit that she was doing. Taking in all these spirits in your body. Of course, when you're sleeping with all these people, you're injecting all these spirits into you, including some other things that you probably have to go to the clinic for. But it sounds like since she was very, very young, this girl, like I said, she's had a lot of traumatic things happen to her. And the drugs and the prostitution and all of that, where she ran away from home to stay with this girl who introduced her into that lifestyle. It's a lot. What do y'all think about that? Just because you made $30,000, girl, you're gonna spend every bit of that at the clinic getting rid of shit, sleeping with men that you don't even know. Crazy, right? Let's get into it. She says here, "I thought I was going to be unalived." She said, "I heard a lot of stories in my life. Said this one shook me. What started as a trip ended in a basement. She thought that she'd never leave alive." All right, let's continue.
Wined and dined me for the first couple of days. And then after that, things just kind of took a dark turn. And he ended up taking me to this old abandoned house. And he took me in a basement. Now, I'm from Cali. We ain't got basements. I had never even seen a basement before. And so when he took me, it looked like a dungeon. It looked like something out of a horror movie, you know. And he took me down there. And this man repeatedly raped me. He beat me. He was a man from the islands. So he was into voodoo. He chanted voodoo over me. And he told me over and over again, "I'm going to kill you. You're not going to leave here." Now, I had been in situations.
I got my trigger up. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I had to make sure, child, because this is getting
from being in the streets. I have been through a lot of stuff. I've been in scary situations, but this time it's like I knew that this was it.
Wow. A dungeon, getting locked in a dungeon in a basement where somebody's chanting evil spirits over you while they're also taking your innocence away from you. That's some deep shit, right? All right, what do y'all think about that? Was that the last one? Yes. What do y'all think about that? Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find this video at some point today, and I want to look at it in its entirety and what we can share. I may spend a block on that because her story is very interesting. Okay, I would definitely love to have a conversation with her one day to get more in depth of the things that she went through, because her life is definitely interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love stuff like this, baby. I love to pick brains of people who've been through things like this and whose lives went in this direction. She had went through some very, very deep, dark stuff. But y'all put in there what y'all think about that. She after all the stuff that she went through, to kind of wrap it up for those of you who don't know, after everything that she went through, she wound up getting into the church and becoming a preacher, a pastor. Okay, but like they say, child, God can use anybody. All right, the people that go through stuff like this be the better preachers. You know why? Because they can identify with the things that other people have been through. When you have never been through anything, it kind of makes it hard for you, right? That's a testimony, right? She got a real good testimony where she can help, and she can start a ministry for young girls and people who have been through prostitution or who went through those types of things, where she can definitely mentor them and teach them how to come up out of that and show them ways that they can get therapy and all the things that they need to do. But more importantly, she can give them that spirituality and speak some things into their life. So after all these things that she went through, she definitely turned her life to God, and she became a preacher after that. So thank God, right? A lot of people had to, probably have some negative things to say about that. But ultimately, again, like if you read some of the greats in the Bible, some of them were thieves. Some of them were, prostitutes. Some of them did a lot of things that were not godly, but God was able to use them and give them certain assignments, and they were very near and dear to him in the Bible. So yeah, anybody can be used if you put your head on right and you have a heart for it. That's all it takes. Okay, God can change anybody. So no judgment here in terms of things she went through or the choices that she made in her life. Let's continue. All right, let's get into the reality TV segment of it all. Ooh, that was deep, right? Ooh. All right, let's take the trigger down because we don't need it. Yes, child. The Lord can use anyone. It don't matter. Okay, no matter how bad it was, how rough it was, child. If you want to change, he can definitely change you. So that's for anybody. That's for anybody. All right, so let's get into it. Miss Nene Leakes brought in the new year with a lot of the greats. Tamar Braxton was there. Apollo was there. Of course, y'all favorite Carlos King was there. Not mine. But yeah, so she had a lot of her Naomi, which is her on again, off again boyfriend, was there as well. She had quite a few people there bringing in the new year. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. We're gonna play the music. So they're counting down. Look at Nene. She looks good here. Shout out to Nene. Nene looks great here, right? She had a few nips and tucks and skin lighteners and all the things of the things. Honey, she's gonna have her blonde wig on. You know that. There's Carlos. Okay. There's Tamar. Michelle ATL is there too. She's real good friends with Nene. I saw her in another post. So she is also there. There's Apollo, Phaedra's ex-husband. Okay. Yes, honey. Shout out to Nene for that. She does look good. Y'all know she's getting back into the TV world. They're on Bravo, Real Housewives Girls Trip. She's going to be on that coming up here soon. So shout out to Nene for getting back on TV. That's something that she wanted. So she's able to iron out her differences with Bravo and do what she likes. Okay, she about to get a bag again because Bravo pay their people very, very well. So shout out to Nene, which then will probably lead to her being back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right, I like Nene. She's a handful, but baby, she's definitely needed on TV. All right, we just saw Tamar, but we're gonna look at her again because she is definitely in this post, right? Okay, Nene look good. Nene look good. She's keeping it together. I ain't mad. All right, shout out to Tamar. Let's get into some of the things she has to say. She says, I love upgrading my man that he doesn't need to have as much money as me. So maybe she likes to be a sugar mama, okay? It's kind of giving the whole Candy Burst mentality for me. I think the Candy like to date men that are kind of beneath her a little bit. Not beneath, they make less than her because it makes her feel more empowered as a woman or maybe more in control. You have some women that like that to have men who make less than them or just regular schmegler. If they make the majority of the money, if they're breadwinners, they love that because they feel a sense of control versus having a man who makes more and can control them. All right. So let's get into what Tamar had to say.
One of the qualities about me when I'm with the man is that I know how to upgrade him. You know what I'm saying? To the point, where I don't want him to feel like, oh, she's the one. I want him to feel like that. I want him to walk in the room and feel like he the one. I want him to feel that way because he's him.
I like that. There's a lot of women, they like to emasculate men. When the girl got the bag.
That drives me crazy.
That you saying you big him up. He ain't got no money. Your man. But I've seen the vice versa.
I don't want that. And I don't want people to look at my man that way. You know what I mean? I want people to look at my man, respect him in his own right. He don't even have to have as much as me or have anything going on as much as me. I just want the respect factor to be in the room when we're together.
That's what it's all about, respect.
It really is.
You ain't respecting your queen, then you got something coming.
Yeah, because if my dude look corny, I look corny. And I don't want to look corny.
You don't want to look
That ain't it.
What y'all think about it? So women, I guess let's ask the question, would you prefer your man upgrade you, or are you going into the relationship and you got to do the upgrading? I don't think I'm to that point to where I feel like I got to be with somebody that I got to upgrade to my standards. Again, I don't like to date down because I I like things. I like to live a certain type of way. So anybody that I meet, they got to match my fly. I'm just saying. You got to have some shit going on. But then again, you have some women who don't mind that. They don't mind upgrading a man. They don't mind going out and buying this nigga a car. And when you found him, he didn't have no car, no place to stay. You don't mind moving him in with you and putting a little money in his bank. It kind of being like a little sugar mama, so to speak, because that makes you feel like you wearing the draws in the pants in the damn relationship. Hey, if that works for you, it works for you. Not so much for me. I prefer one come in with their own, and what you bring into the situation is extra, and then we build some shit together, right? That's just my mentality. I'm old school with mine. That's just what I think. But ultimately, nowadays, a lot of women now, as I said before, and I'm going to keep saying, they're tired of waiting on men to step up to the plate and do what they need to do. They're taking the initiative. They're dropping down on one knee and they're proposing to the man. They're going out here and signing mortgages with boyfriends with the prospect of them being a boyfriend, and they're bringing nothing to the table. They're putting down the down payments. The man ain't doing nothing but moving in. They're buying the wardrobe. Like, I don't know. I just can't. Because it's always a price to pay in that situation in the end. I mean, they're going to feel like, okay, you've taken care of me all this time. So if and when we go our separate ways, I need alimony, and don't mess around and have no kids. Okay. They're going to fight to try to take the kids so that they can go ahead and double that up and get child support. Okay. Well, we go share custody of the kids. The kids going to be over here half the time. You're going to be over here. So you make the most. They need to have the same lifestyle. So I'm going to need you to shoot me some money up over here. That type of bullshit that I don't like. Because I feel like this. If you're a man, unless you get full custody of the kids, then I feel the other parent should pay child support. But I need these men to stop this bullshit of out here harassing women to pay them child support, alimony, and all this. You a man, you able-bodied, get your ass up and go to work. A man that don't work don't eat. I'm sorry. I cannot. Like, stop chasing these women down, thinking that a woman should take care of you if shit don't work out. Tamar, I feel like your interpretation of what it means to be in a relationship, because all of your relationships have sucked. From the first one you were in, where you had a nigga knocking your head between the wash and dryer, which is why your ass is crazy today. Then you got with Vince, and rumors are that there were some things there. You dated Birdman. He won't doing shit either, but what he's doing right now. It's given a pattern of behavior. You have a certain type of men that you like, and now you're into the mindset of, oh, let me take care of my man. I don't mind upgrading my man. Where when you were just in a relationship with Vince, it was said that you didn't have to touch your money at all because he took care of you fully, unless you wanted to touch your money. Okay, so how you get used to that to then getting into, oh, I'm gonna take care of my man and give him everything? What the hell? What mentality do we have nowadays, women? Let's stop that. The hell? But let's move on. We don't want to stay on it too long, girl. All right, let's get into this. Y'all are getting ready to gag. Okay, y'all are getting ready to gag on this. So this preview, let's go ahead and share before a bitch forget, because y'all know, child, I get to talking and I get hyped and I be like, oh my God. So let's get into, we ain't talking about Maurice and Kimmy in a minute from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we're going to get into that because there has been a clip released. It's pretty much all over the internet now. So we're going to talk about it here. Love and Marriage Huntsville's Kimmy and Maurice Scott. They're sending this preview. Shout out to TXT, the show. This preview from Love and Marriage Huntsville. They said that Huntsville had us doing a double take because did Maurice Scott really say that he grew up learning that a man can lay down more times than a woman can stand up? See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about with them Scott boys. I keep saying, who raised you, nigga? Because y'all mentality as related to the respect level when it comes to women, like, nigga, you, I hear, was raised mostly by your mama because your daddy chose to tell y'all that he was somewhere working while y'all niggas were sleeping on the floor. I gotta be one thou wow. Because ain't no motherfucking way, and I'm sorry. No, I'm not watching my mouth this morning with this. Ain't no fucking way that your husband gonna tell you he pulling all these double shifts down there at the car place down there in Detroit. And y'all motherfuckers ain't got no food, clothes, like Maurice and Marceau talked about. They grew up poor as hell, sleeping on church benches, but your daddy working all this overtime and you don't never see the nigga. Then when he do bring his crusty Batman built ass, what's the thing off Batman? When he do bring his ass around, y'all bigging him up like he was the best daddy in the whole world. Like, he did not teach y'all to be men. Y'all just talk shit to women. Y'all, Kimmy, you get treated like shit, and I do not feel bad at all. I do not, like, continue to stay there and deal with the shit because that's your karma. You should have been with Maurice anyway. That's exactly what your ass get for marrying him, because your damn biological clock was damn ticking and you couldn't turn the shit off. So you married his sorry, bald-headed, biscuit head ass. Did I go too far? I ain't done. All right, and you married his ass, and he treats you like shit when you went through your little cancer situation. Now he's sitting here talking crazy to you. Let's get into this clip, all right? Because now I'm mad.
In your mind, you really think that most women are able to just sexually perform several times a day, every day?
I heard coming up that I can lay down longer than you can stand up.
Oh, who told you that?
I mean, it's the saying I heard coming up.
Oh, dear.
What does the plan look like based on what you guys have shared today? Because Kimmy needs more time and connection and those things.
It's not gonna happen, Doc.
Why are you saying it's not going to happen?
That's the space. But that's the space. That's why we're here.
Is that what that's what you're feeling?
Energy.
Like if we
when he says that,
Let's
that's
find out why.
frustrating to me.
But he said it for a
because
reason.
it's a negative thought, and it doesn't perpetuate positivity in that space.
Like, what is wrong with Maurice? First of all, the nigga's supposed to be a deacon. I told y'all that before, right? The nigga's supposed to be an ordained deacon. Did y'all know that? Maurice Scott is an ordained deacon. Who would think? Because all the nigga think about is humping around like fucking Bobby Brown. All right. I've never in my life seen a person who's supposed to be an attorney, who's supposed to have his own business. Like, why do you have this much time to be laying on your back all fucking day, asking Kimmy that you want to give you SEX 3-4 times a day? Working people don't have time for that shit. They don't have time for that. Kimmy, girl, if you don't soon wake up, you are older than Maurice. Like, how long are you going to stay in a situation and have all these therapeutic counseling sessions where you are explaining to the therapist that you are in a fucked up situation that you got yourself in when you should have let him go back to his wife, Kiowa? They were trying to work shit out and you got your ass in the DMs, thought you was doing something. The nigga was sleeping on a whole couch when you met him. He had nothing. Like Whitney Houston said, I have nothing. The nigga had nothing. Fucked up your hairline in the back. You still let the nigga stay. I'm sorry. Number your whole Renge code. That hoe. Fuck. But anywho, but then you want to sit here and you want somebody to try to talk him off the ledge in terms of how he's treating you and his mentality. This is who he is. Maurice is not going to change Kimmy. Maurice is not going to think any differently than how he is thinking. The man has an SEX addiction. And I ain't going to say allegedly. I've seen enough clips. And I'm not going to say, oh, that's just a storyline. No, that is who this nigga is. A person who expects you, who is on chemo when you barely have the strength to get out of the bed every damn day, to get up and cook a full meal, clean the house, and still give him SEX 3-4 times a day when you can barely lift your head. If anybody knows anyone that's ever been on chemo, then you know it takes your strength. Maurice is an insensitive bastard, and I said it right here, and I meant that with my whole chest. You are an insensitive bastard because your job as a husband is to protect and to provide, nigga. You moved into her house. See, there's a lot of hers when it comes to this situation. Like, what you bringing to the table besides some dick? I'm so sick of this shit. Then he sit up there and say shit like, oh, it's nothing. I haven't taught. Let me get it right. He says, I was taught growing up, and I've always heard that a man can lay down more times than a woman can stand up. Well, I'm going to say this. Real men who have real jobs that are fucking providers and protectors of their households, that are leaders of their marriage as they supposed to be, don't have time to be fucking laying down that much. What you laying down so much for? Your chunky ass need to be up. Win some cases. I haven't seen one storyline where they showed this nigga going to the courthouse. You're supposed to be an attorney. How many cases have you won? He paid for you to go and get your freaking license to be a lawyer. And we ain't seen you do one case yet. That's not your storyline. Your storyline season after season after season is I ain't getting enough. I can see you at least drive by the courthouse, Maurice, just to convince me like this much, if you can see through my fingers. Damn. The audacity of you. Marceau thinks the same way. The other chunky brother with the hips like their mama think the very same way. All of those boys are fucked up. Yeah, I said it. And Kimmy, I don't know why you want everyone to have this sympathy for you. I do not, dear. I do not. My grandmother always used to say, you start out how you can hold out. I love old sayings because they hit different, right? Get all you can and can all you get. You remember we talked about that? But you start out how you can hold out. If you start out allowing a person to disrespect you and talk to you in that way and have those type of expectations for you as his wife, he sees you as a FDX demon that's supposed to be ready when he's ready. Like as soon as he opened his eyes, like he ready. Never mind the fact that you got to go to work. Never mind the fact that you got to, take over the household. Never mind the fact that you got shit that you got to do. Oh no. Oh no. If you home, you got to walk around with no drawers on just in case he get that feeling and he ready to go. Like, girl, you had to get a dog for emotional support when that's supposed to came from your husband. I wish the fuck I would go get a dog for emotional support when I have a husband. Like, somebody got to go, and it's probably going to be the husband, right? The dog, you can stay because you ain't do nothing. But nigga, like, it just balls me. It balls me why Kimmy continues to see this as acceptable behavior. And then you want to sit here and fuss at him in counseling sessions. Maurice is not going to change his stance. Let's play this again, child, because I'm just like, this shit here is so beyond. It's beyond toxic at this point. Like, Kimmy, you sending yourself to an early grave from stress and everything else connected to it, girl. You're not all the way out of the woods, I'm going to say, as far as this cancer situation, all right? Just because you rang that bell, there's still some things you got to work on. All right, you had a whole season talking about your damn libido, and now you're sitting up here talking about this shit. Let's continue. I'm so sick of them.
In your mind, you really think that most women are able to just sexually perform several times a day, every day?
I heard coming up that I can lay down longer than you can stand up.
Oh, who told you that?
I mean, it's a saying I heard coming up.
Oh, dear.
What does the plan look like based on what you guys have shared today? Because Kimmy needs more time and connection and those things.
It's not gonna happen, Doc.
So immediately, the therapist is asking you, what do you think, can happen? Because Kimmy is asking for certain things to change. Immediately before the doctor can get it out of his mouth, Maurice says, not gonna happen. That means you came into this counseling session with your mind already made up that no matter what is said here, no matter how many times Kimmy cries, no matter what she says, even if she says she's leaving me, threaten me with that because we know she ain't going no fucking where, I still want my sex 3-4 times a day. I don't care. That's just what it is. Okay. Maurice, it sounds like, I'm be honest with you, because you trying to fuss at Martell in that episode about that whole Shan interview with he and Ariane, where they were saying there was some threesomes and all that. I'm willing to believe that shit might have really happened. Just given the mentality of Maurice and how he thinks. Okay. Marceau is kind of secretive when it comes to his life in that way. We already know they all dogs. But Maurice, he don't hide his. And the simple fact that Kimmy continues to stay and think that this shit will get better is so laughable. Kimmy, you use all these big words like you are just a thesaurus. You are walking thesaurus. But when it comes to you applying some of that knowledge to yourself and realizing that the situation you got yourself in, baby, somebody who just had to be married, you had to be married. Like you chose someone just so you can say that you're married and you're miserable. It's all over your face, baby. It's all over your face. Your demeanor. You're walking it. You're talking it. Every time you see Kimmy, she look like she's aging another 5 years behind the bullshit that she's dealing with Maurice. All to say that you are Mrs. Scott. His ex-wife is Mrs. Scott still too. Did you know that? Ivy last name is still Scott. So you still didn't do nothing but get the man. And you got the fucking headache as well. The headache came with, you got the total package when it came to Maurice. Absolutely. That was not a flex to say that you took that man from that woman. That was not a flex. Because look at what you're dealing with. And again, that's your karma. Let's continue.
Why are you saying it's not going to happen?
That's the space. But
Maurice says that. Who said right? It's a country ass.
That's the space. That's why we're here.
Is that what that's what you're
that
feeling?
energy,
Like if we
when he says that,
That's
frustrating to me.
But what you gonna do about it since you're frustrated, Kimmy? You're gonna continue to stay. And when Maurice tell you to turn over and take it, like he told your ass before, that's what the fuck you're gonna do. Because if you don't do it, you know Like you said, he be out 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and you just go to bed. You know where he is and what he's doing. You don't go look for him because you're letting him cheat in peace. You conditioned yourself to allow your husband to cheat in peace because you can't keep up. Your libido is baroque. Maurice married an old bitch. See, when you first got him, Kimmy, like I said, you start out how you can hold out. When you first got with Maurice, she was wearing all those little young girl outfits with your shoulders out, them little tight ass jeans, short skirts, and all of that. Whenever Maurice wanted something, baby, you would come over there and tell him, "Oh, can you cut my son's hair?" Because he's supposed to be a barber back then. He was supposed to be a barber. So you use Jalen as a means to get close to Maurice when he won't shit back then. That's exactly what that was. You used Jalen to get close to Maurice, having him cutting his hair so you could see him and be around him with your little skimpy shit on, and you were sleeping with him and doing all the things that you were doing. And now that you're older and you've gone through this little cancer situation, you can't keep up with him. So now you're allowing your husband now, because I feel like he only married you for TV purposes and for a fucking storyline. Let's just be honest. I don't think the nigga was gonna marry you unless OWN paid for that shit, which we hear they did. I hear they did. I hear OWN paid for Kimmy and Maurice's wedding on that yacht. And the only reason he married you, baby, is for a storyline. And y'all still don't have a fucking storyline. Ain't that sad? You did all of that for what? You did all of that for what? When your husband tell you he's moving his ex-wife into town and you got to kowtow and deal with that, and you sitting on the back patio crying, and he's sitting there looking at you like, I don't give a fuck, I've spoken. Now wipe your eyes, because I need you to go to the restaurant and go sit with this same wife who's coming into town that I know you can't stand and play nice with her. He don't give a fuck about you or your feelings. Maurice is clearly running shit in your house. He done ran your son off so you couldn't have that emotional support and have another man tell him, don't talk to my mama that way. See, he had to get Jalen out the way because Jalen is Kimmy's only child. Jalen was her protector. Abusers don't like protectors hanging around. I know I'm talking right. Abusers don't like. There are many different ways of abuse. I'm not saying he's slapping her around like Ike Turner. Psychological abuse, verbal abuse, all of those things, I'm gonna be honest with you, some of those things hit different and last longer than the whole physical abuse. A lot of women know that. If you've ever been through a physical situation where a person scream at you and say all kind of crazy shit to you, verbally, psychologically, and they continue to chip you down and break you down emotionally, all of those things hit different. And most of the times, emotional, psychological abuse lasts longer. Yeah, you can see the scars from the physical, but when a nigga get in here, that fucks you up more than him throwing you across the room. That sits with you more. Kimmy is going through emotional. You could tell. She's frustrated, but she don't want to leave because leaving means I'm going to be by myself. Leaving means this nigga might take everything from me because the house is where? In her name, but then you fucked up when you skipped over your son who's supposed to have his name on your house and you added Maurice onto your house. I never would have done no shit like that. Your only seed. Maybe Maurice had a hand in that because he came into the door with nothing. But you had a house before you knew Maurice, and you moved a nigga in your house, but ran your son off and skipped over your son and added Maurice's name to the deed. So if and when y'all fall out and she get tired of his bullshit, he gonna take her through the ringer. I just see it. And let me tell you this, and you paid for the nigga to be an attorney and gain knowledge to outthink you when he take your shit. You paid for it, Kimmy. You pay for him to stay in hotel rooms so he could study when ain't nobody stayed in the house but you and his son. Won't no babies running around the house, so why in the same city was it deemable for him to stay in a hotel while you were paying for his education and his hotel? That I never see him do any cases. That's wasted money. And the only thing you ask this man for is to be a protector, provider, and to be there for you as a husband and respect you as such. And he treats you like he treats Shan. But you don't believe that he was doing the shit that Shan said he was doing, but you are being treated like Shan. Oh, I don't believe it. That's him. I don't believe it. I don't believe that Maurice was doing that. Bitch, where was he when he left that party that night? When fucking Aniva was in Huntsville, Alabama, down there Black. When he got into that accident with that DUI. With lipstick on his shirt. It wasn't your lipstick. I ain't never seen you wear red lipstick like that. Whose lipstick was that? It's too many signs popping out there with your husband. First of all, he shouldn't be out 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when you got a wife at home and you just go to bed. That shit right there, that's still bothering me. I just go to bed because I'm tired. Just kidding me. I just go to bed because I'm tired of waiting up for Maurice to come home. He's hanging out with the fellas. Yeah, he's hanging out with the fellas. Threesomes usually require fellas to be around. When said threesomes, I mean, your husband said on a stage as an ordained deacon that he has 5 sums. That means there are several people in the bedroom doing things, and one of them people ain't you. Because you home in the bed. You got your bonnet on. You sleep with the light off. He over there at Credit One with the light on. Because he don't put neon lights in there. I said, what kind of business? What kind of business? Put neon lights up around the child. He done turned the business into a club. She said she would be over the table. And when they went to Las Vegas, they ran a terrain girl, a choo-choo on her. That's what he said. Let's continue though.
He said it
because
for a reason.
it's a negative thought and it doesn't perpetuate positivity in
These are big words. She like perpetuate positivity.
that space.
She looking at her like, bitch, are you serious? Are you done? Girl, are you good? She look at him like, I can't believe we're still here. Girl, you're going to stay there because that's what you chose. Again, I do not feel sorry for you. I do not feel sorry for Tisha in terms of the way Marcel talks to her and treat her either. I don't. I do not, because you guys are very male identified and you feel like this is what you have to have in order to have a man. And that's just not true, girl. Okay? Hell no. But let's move on. I don't care no more. Another person who I feel allowed their husband to talk crazy to them, and the fact that he would even say this, I got to see some respect in order to respect you. Give me something to respect if you want respect, okay? I get it, this whole talk of, oh, the man is the leader of the home. The man is the head of the house. The man's supposed to be the head of the house. But when you act like a bitch-ass nigga and you don't give me nothing to respect, fuck out of here. All right, shout out to Braxton Family Value fan page. Let's get into this. You guys know who these people are on my screen. None other than Rashida and Kirk. All right. Kirk says, check this out. Kirk Frost recently said that a woman who submits in marriage will always have a husband because no relationship is perfect. What do y'all think about it? What do y'all think about it? He admitted there will be rough moments, and all marriages have rough moments. All right. Now, making mistakes, or makes mistakes rather, but emphasized, I'm the man. Okay, he got his ass on his chest. I'm the man. Okay, I'm the head of this household. My wife has to submit to me and let me lead. Let's look at it in a biblical stance. All right, biblically, men are supposed to be the leaders. All right, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. The woman is supposed to be the helpmeet. The woman is supposed to be beside him. Said beside every man, not behind, not in front of. Beside every good man is a great woman or a good woman, right? My thing is, Kurt, you have outside kids. You and Rashida have been together 20-something odd years. All right. Y'all just celebrated 20-something years. You have small children. So tell me how, pray tell, is she supposed to respect you and allow you to lead? Where are you leading her besides the clinic? Again, where are you leading her? Let me say it louder so you can hear me. Where are you leading her besides the fucking clinic? My nerves with this. Oh, because you're a man, because you were born a male, because of what's between your legs, that automatically negates that you're just the leader. No, you don't have the qualities of a leader. You got some bitch assness in your blood, because there's no fucking way. I don't care if you've been married for 80 years. If you step out and have a baby on your wife, the person you're supposed to lead, and she dumb enough to stay there, and not only have a baby on you, but allow the baby mama of the person he was cheating with to go on vacation with you. How weird is that? How weird is that? It's giving sister wife. Like, how do you lead in a sister wife situation? Like, hell no. He says, I'm the man. But you're not showing that. Yeah, by by what's on your birth certificate, yes, you are a man. Not the man, you are a man. Well, boy, let's say boy. Let's chop you down to boy. You're a boy. Because men don't do shit like that, okay? I feel like men are respectable. Men are, responsible. I don't feel like that was responsible for you to step outside, even if you were going to cheat. And I never, ever condone cheating. But if you're going to cheat, there are so many different ways to strap up. There are so many different ways to protect yourself, because what you're doing out there, you're bringing back to her. And I'm pretty sure you and Rashida do not use protection. Most married couples do not. Okay? They don't. They don't. They like it sushi, girl, raw. Let me stop. But let me get back in the character. All right. He says, I'm the head of the household. You're supposed to be the head of the household, but you can't lead me if you're cheating on me. You can't lead me if you're disrespecting me. I don't want to hear shit you got to say if you're disrespecting me. So there's no way you can lead me. It's weird to me how, like I said, a lot of these men out here still feel like they can make women respect them and submit. I'm not submitting to someone who has that type of mentality that they can step out and do what they want to do when they want to do and bring babies into the household. And I have to help take care of, because I've seen pictures where she was cooking and the side baby was right there. And she's accepted this side baby and his other kids that were born within the marriage. So how are you submitting to said situation? Is it that you guys have so many businesses and things that you guys have acquired and built while you were married? Is it that you guys or that Rashida, that you're not leaving because you don't know if Kurt's going to leave you high and dry or try to suck everything up out of you if you decide to leave and make things difficult? Because I hear all the businesses are primarily in his name and you're secondary. So are you afraid? And I feel like he set it up that way for a reason. Kurt is not this dumb, ignorant bastard that everybody think he is. Okay, he's made himself her manager. We see this a lot. What always happens when the wife decides she doesn't want to be with the husband anymore? Look at Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs. Right? Look at Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs. When Mary J. Blige decided she was done with his bullshit, when he was cheating on her and doing all the shit he was doing, when she decided to leave because he inserted himself to say, oh, I'm your employee now. All of a sudden, now I got to take care of your mama, your bills, everybody else's bills, kids that whenever ever my kids that were step kids, you want me to take care of them as well because I decide not to be with you anymore. So you have men like that who come into it and they see the potential in you and they decide to attach themselves to you in any way, shape, or form by saying, oh, I'll be your manager. Rashida wanted to be a rapper. Granted, she cannot rap. But Kurt said, oh, I'm helping you push your career. I'll be your manager. Where's your job at? Where's your job at? Why are you putting everything in your name? See, you got to watch that. You got to watch that. They've started a lot of businesses. I hear she just opened her other boutique in another city. So they're growing. That's great. Great for you. Okay. But at the end of the day, is it worth staying in a situation like that to acquire things and be disrespected publicly? Because I think everybody that's watching this on the outside looking in know that I feel like Rashida and Kirk have an open marriage. I mean, you talked about Yandy and Mendices. Let's talk about you. Let's turn the mirror back to you. I feel like you and Kurt are in an open marriage because there's no fucking way a woman in her right mind would stay and allow a man to continuously cheat and make babies throughout your marriage and publicly disrespect you and make you comfortable with and take care of said kids. That to me is wild work. But let's continue on, honey. We can stay on long. All right. I'm going to skip this one because I got to get done. We're going to hit this and quit it. Prayers up for Trina's husband, Vaughn. I hear he had to be rushed to the hospital. All right. Shout out again to Braxton Family Value fan page. Trina, stop cooking all that fucking bacon and fried foods up over there for you sending your husband to an early grave, sis. All right. Y'all know Trina has a cooking show right now. She and her husband, Vaughn. This is them. He's a bastard too. I don't know where she found him, with his lying ass. I didn't even know who Tony Braxton was. Nigga, everybody knows who Tony Braxton is. All right, like stop it. Breathe again. He wasn't man enough. Like seriously, don't tell me you've never seen a Tony Braxton video and you did not. Tony Braxton was her sister. Like hell, she used the same background for Tony. So you gonna tell me you've never seen Trina Braxton singing background for Tony Braxton? Did you not know who Tony Braxton was or that they were related? Stop it. Let's get back to it. So prayers up for Vaughn, which is Trina's bastardized husband who talks crazy to her as well. She's another male identified one. Ever since that whole situation with her niece, where she was pretty much taking up for her husband who was doing some inappropriate shit with her niece, and you took up for your husband versus being there for your niece. Trina, I had to clock out on you, baby. I ain't got no more minutes for you. I have no more for you. But in this regard, I do have a heart. So we're going to say prayers up, child, because Vaughn had to be rushed to an emergency room. They sent on yesterday due to some breathing issues and some heart complications. All right. Stop eating the way you're eating. Trina, you're not making healthy meals for your husband. All you guys do is fucking eat. Trina, ever since their sister Tracy passed away, Trina said she went through this depression where all she wanted to do was eat and drink. All right. Nothing wrong with having a cooking show. Maybe add some more healthier cuisines rather into your dishes that you're making for your husband, because baby, that's not healthy. Every time I see them, it's fried this, it's fried that, something loaded with gravy, something loaded with a bunch of cheese and shit, baking or baked goods or something like that. This man be sitting there eating plate after plate after plate while Trina's on there cooking on live. And you wonder why your husband is being rushed back and forth. And we saw that on the show. For those of you that watch Braxton Family Values, their show, he had to be rushed to the hospital at Tawanda's wedding because he was having some heart issues then. You definitely gonna have to change that, Trina, or you're gonna be on husband number 2, or you're gonna be a widow of husband number 2. Okay. We already lost Gabe, child. Gabe had some type of cancer. I want to say prostate cancer or something like that. And now you're remarried to Vaughn, who is eating himself to death over here. Like, Jesus Christ. At some point in time, you're going to have to change it up, baby. All right? But again, prayers up to Vaughn, because we don't want this man to have no heart attack over there eating fried chicken and fried fish and everything gravy down with sugar and everything else. That's not healthy. All right? As Black people, we got to take care of our bodies, because diabetes and high blood pressure, all of that does reside in our, Blackness, okay, in our race. All right, we got to change that up. Okay, that's how grandma and them taught us to eat back in the day, to eat everything with gravy and everything fried and all that. We got to get away from that. It's okay sometime, but you got to have some moderation when it comes to eating patterns. All right, that go for everybody. I like a little fried chicken sometime, not every fucking day. Okay, and when I eat it, I have to close my eyes because I ain't had it in so damn long. I have to close my eyes and chew like, oh God, I forgot how good this is, right? Because a bitch gonna eat a salad if I don't eat nothing else. I love salad, and I eat salad every damn day. Because there's so many ways you can do a salad. We've got to change it up in terms of how we take care of our bodies, because we want to be around for a long time. Okay, that's a little health thing for you. Let's get into the next topic. Now, I'm all for families getting together or getting back together if it's possible. If it's not toxic, okay. Hold up. What is this? Okay, yeah, this goes over here. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, I'm all for families fixing their relationships and getting back together if that's what they choose to do. Shout out to Bambi and young Scrappy, or Little Scrappy rather, for going to church on a good old Sunday, child, for to bring in the new year versus all the fighting and clubbing and partying. It seems like they're trying to get a little, they're trying to be a family again, and I respect that, because sometimes you can spin the block on a person if that's what you choose to do. That's not my thing, but hey, they have children. If that's what they want to do, and church is a great place to go. All right, so that's great to see Little Scrappy and Bambi there with their kids bringing in the new year at church. So let's take a look at that right quick, and then we're gonna move on. Shout out to Live Bites. Okay, no songs. It's like they're having like a little worship moment. I don't know why people always have their phones out in church, like when they're having like worship moment or just church period. I never understand that. Put your phones down and engage and pay attention to what's going on. Like, church has become a production now. It's so sad. People can't go to church and just like have a real moment and praise God, and just like, if you want to get into the whole, worship and, hallelujah and all that type of stuff. You got somebody with a whole camera in your face and can't wait to post it on some type of social media platforms. Church has become a production now versus actual church. But shout out to them for being in church. They have their children there. Look at Scrappy, phone up, recording. Put your phone down and pay attention. You should be the first one with no phone, like really paying attention to everything going on. But shout out to them for being in church. That's a real moment, okay? That's them, honey. Okay, cute kids, right? Cute kids. They make some beautiful kids. Beautiful kids. So shout out to them. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at him. Train up a child in the way they should go, Lord, right? All right, let's get off that. Whew. Let's get into, let me see how many more topics I got. I be pulling topics, Lord. Okay, what I got? Okay. All right, so let's get into this one with Q from day 26. I love me some Q, honey. I'm gonna tell y'all now, like I said before, when I watched Making the Band, a lot of this stuff didn't make sense to me in terms of how Q was viewed on the show. A lot of people saw him, like I said, as problematic. Thought he was fighting a lot because of some situations with he and Don. Now it makes a lot of sense to me. He's breaking down the situation with Diddy and the whole horse tranquilizer that was given to him by his girlfriend Dawn at the time, who he was dating. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. Let's take a look at this. I found this on TikTok. Let's go.
I do go through mental health because of this situation. So I get a shot in my arm every month to keep me calm and to keep anxiety and my thinking regularly. So, okay, we were in a studio and, Puff's like, he's a different, I think he was very high at the time. He wasn't sober. He's like, we're about to go to the Hamptons. And it was weird because we never really like stayed the night with them, before. It was just weird. Like, okay, we're about to go to the Hamptons. What's about to happen in the Hamptons? This is weird. So we get in the road and they're speeding very, very fast in these cars, these SUVs to the Hamptons. So we get there, walk through the house, get to the backyard. I remember Dawn calling me over to her near the pool area, and she's like, oh, is this 2 red pills? She was like, oh, this is ecstasy. And she was like, one's for you and one for me, and it's from Puff. So I'm like excited. And then, okay, I take accountability here. I'm gonna slow down. I do take accountability for taking a drug. I was about 22, 21. I was young, but I take accountability, you know what I mean? Because I had a choice. I couldn't have taken that, you know what I'm saying? But I was insisted that it was something that it really turned out to be something else. So I thought I was taking something, and I trusted my girl at the time, because I'm like, yo, we about to get freaky. That's what X does to me. It keeps me up. When I tried it before, it doesn't put me, I'm going to the story, it doesn't put you to sleep, you know what I'm saying? It's like an upper thing. So I take the pill. I took mine. I didn't see her take hers. I take mine. About 20 minutes later, I know we were like chilling. I'm in shorts now because we're in a jacuzzi. So we're in the jacuzzi. I get really, really, really hot. It was Puff in the jacuzzi, Cassie and Dawn and me. I believe it was Kalina and her husband. We were all just in the pool area. And I get really,
all the free golf participants,
really hot. I remember I started to panic all of a sudden and get paranoid on whatever they had gave me. So there's a video of me getting real paranoid, and I do take this back. Chef was in the kitchen cooking, and she saw me when I started to lose my mind a little bit. She was there, but I'm thinking like, I don't remember her, because the effect that the pill did to me, it makes me forget some things sometimes. Because the pill turned out to be not ecstasy, it turned out to be a horse tranquilizer pill. So rewind, I'm like panicking in the mode. Next thing you know, I know I was in shorts because I jumped in a pool. When I jumped in a pool, I don't remember nothing after that. All I know I remember is I woke up in the basement downstairs in the dark. So when I was down there, I don't know who brought me down there and who put on pants on me, because I was in shorts. So whoever brought me down there had put on some pants on me. I don't know, whoever it was.
So I'm thinking whoever dressed you obviously took off the wet shorts. If you jumped into a pool with says shorts on, they removed those shorts. So obviously something had to have happened to him in an sexual nature when said clothes were removed and they redressed you, because he says he woke up with certain body parts hurting, appearing that he was sexually assaulted during his blackout after said horse tranquilizer was taken, when he was told that it was ecstasy. Let's continue.
I don't know, because I was out of it. And then, as you see, I wake up in the video like screaming or whatever out of my sleep. And you can say it's a joke, you could say it's a prank, you could say whatever the hell you want to say it is, like looking at the video. but I didn't take it like that because I was in the dark for like 7 hours. That video just shows them going downstairs checking on me. I got paranoid and really high and blanked out 7 hours earlier during the daytime. So I was down there all that time, and that's when you guys decided to check on me. You know, I think that's kind of like fucked up. And number two, I'm like, well, why wasn't Dawn down there? Or excuse me, I mean say her name. Why wasn't my ex down there with me? Because Kalina was there with her husband. Cassie was there with her guy. You know, there was a producer there with his girl. Why wasn't she there with me when I was out of it like that? You know what I mean? I felt so like vulnerable. I felt like so like alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt set up because it just didn't feel right. Like everybody was with their piece, and my girl at the time was upstairs. You know, whatever the fuck she was doing. You know what I'm saying? While I'm under the influence, I could have like died. And
probably having a freak off with Diddy and Cassie. I mean, if he told her to take an ecstasy pill for what? I mean, most people who take ecstasy pills are trying to be turning up and being sexual with someone, and they want to be able to go for a very long time. So if he gave you the horse tranquilizer, that was to put you out of it so that probably he can get through his FO with, this is just my interpretation, okay? I'm saying allegedly. So that he can get through his interpretation without you waking up, walking in, interrupting, whatever. Because I'm going to say, if you want a horse tranquilizer, you're going to be out for quite some time. Think about it. When they give it to horses, they're out so that they can do whatever surgery or whatever they need to do so they don't wake up and become, erratic or whatever. So that's why it was given to you in my eyes, in terms of why Diddy slipped one to you, because he didn't want you to be a witness to probably what he was going to be doing with Dawn and maybe Cassie. Let's continue.
I sleep, not to get dramatic like that, but I thought I was taking ecstasy. I didn't know I was about to fall out and go to sleep like that. I could have like had a heart attack or anything because that pill was very, very, very strong. As you can see, when I woke up, people say, "Oh, he's not sweating," and this and that in the video. Well, I was sweating. Like I said, that's 7 hours later. So if I jumped in the pool with my shirt on and laid there, of course, if you guys checked on me immediately, I would have looked wet like from the pool. But that's 7 hours later. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how 7 hours later I'm still soaked, in sweat.
But long story short, of course, y'all know he's telling his story. Y'all can watch the rest of this on Art of Dialogue, or you can go on TikTok and pull it up. He pretty much is talking about what happened to him when he was in this whole situation with Diddy with this horse tranquilizer, and he was set up, he feels, by his then girlfriend Dawn. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add this link to the chat for those of you that want to finish watching this at your leisure. Okay. That is the TikTok link if you guys want to go straight to it. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on because we got to keep the show rolling. We got a couple more topics that we got to do so we can get out of here. Candy Burris has a little moment. Let's get into her. The Morning Hustle. She sat with them and had a little interview. I'm going to make this our last one, because I don't want my show to be too long, child. We got to end it. All right. Hold up. Candy. Yeah, let's move you. All right. So let's get into our last video of the day. Well, of this video. Okay. Not of the day, because I'm definitely going to come back. Okay. Let's get into it. Candy Burris, she gives us a little insight. Candy Burris has had quite the year, to say the least. As we all know, she filed for divorce from Todd. I don't feel like they're going to get divorced, but whatever. Says, but when she dropped by with Escape earlier this year, said that she reminded us that she's just a mama working hard to send her kids Easter baskets. Okay, Candy. All right, let's get into it.
I would never like really cut her off, but my thing was, I was thinking she wasn't gonna want to hang out with us on Valentine's, and like they're in their 20s, like, but they were like, you should have asked.
I don't have that with Riley. It's a little different. She got her own show damn near right now.
Oh my god!
And you sent her an Easter basket still.
Yes. So Riley is, they just announced that she's on this new show coming on Bravo called Next Gen
NYC,
right? And the thing about Riley is she living her best life on my dime.
That's the way to go.
It's time for her to start building up her own little, bank account.
Yeah.
But she got, she do some things there, but I need to be consistent so she can take these bills over. New
Yeah,
York City
listen.
is not.
I read somewhere where Candy gives Riley 10,000. She gives her like a stipend or like an allowance each month for $10,000. That's a lot. $10,000. What the fuck do you need $10,000 a month for, Riley? You're a grown ass woman. She's on a show that Next Gen, whatever it is, New York. She gets a check from that as well. But Candy is still financially taking care of Riley, and that's her daughter. She can do whatever she wants to. But $10,000 a month is quite a bit of money for an adult child. All right, let's continue.
No joke.
Yeah, she goes to NYU.
She's spoiled. You're right.
Yes.
She hit me and was like, well, I want, we like the Easter, because we're older, don't mean we don't want an Easter basket too. So I sent her Easter baskets, her and Kayla. The same way we do Blazing Eggs, because when I tell y'all, she probably be mad if I say this, but why she was crying. Because we took Ace and Blaze on one of our trips we took them on, but didn't have Kayla and Riley with us.
Oh,
they were
no.
like, you didn't even ask us. And we like, first of all, y'all grown.
Right.
Y'all should be doing like your own thing.
The kids never think it's a point where you're supposed to cut them off.
It wasn't even about it. Was like during Valentine's
He's
Day.
making it worse. He said, cut them off. You never cut them off.
I would never like really cut her off. But my thing was,
Now, Riley will always be Candy's baby. I feel like the reason that Candy does this is because she's trying to compensate for maybe the time and money. Well, not money, because she always took care of her financially. Y'all know Riley spent the majority of her life growing up with Mama Joyce because Candy was touring and working. So Riley was primarily raised by Mama Joyce, and Candy will foot the bill in terms of paying for the financials in order to take care of Riley. So I feel like the reason that Candy has not fully cut Riley off and that she does give her that $10,000 stipend a month is because maybe she feels a little guilty. Sometimes parents who are in the industry and they can't really be there for their kids like they want to be, like physically. Like she's doing the same thing with her two youngest kids, Ace and Blaze. They're going to probably feel the same way once they get older, if they don't feel that way now, because they're at the age where they can understand mommy is not here a lot. We're with daddy a lot. Okay. And even though Todd, and shout out to him for making sure that the kids do fly out and be around Candy when she's working in certain places so they don't miss her too much, because they are small. But I feel like Candy kind of does that and keeps Riley close to her like that, and still takes care of her on the financial level. And she hasn't cut her off. Say, okay, now you grown, you 20-something years old. It's time for you to go and get you a job. Because at one point, Riley was going to be an attorney, but then she changed it and said she didn't want to do that. She wants to work in the music industry. Great for you. If you find a job doing that, you can intern and find your job within the industry. Great, because Candy has a lot of connections, so that works great for her. But I feel like Candy is definitely feeling some type of guilt in terms of the fact that she really wasn't there for Riley physically like she wants to. So she's not going to just be that mom to cut her off out of guilt. That's just my interpretation of it. Okay. I think she loves all of her children, but unfortunately, Candy is a workaholic. She's a workaholic. At some point, you got to be able to slow down and smell the roses and be with your kids, because you don't want to live with that guilt. You don't want them to be like, well, mom, growing up, I really missed you and I really wish that you would have been here. You're missing a lot of like first everything. You're missing those moments. You have a little girl now who may want to sit down and have mother and daughter conversations with you, but she probably have to do it on the phone versus in, face to face like any child would want to. She's missing a lot of that, and probably a lot of the things that happened in her marriage was because she wasn't there. She worked so damn much. But again, Candy takes care of a lot of people in her family, including Mama Joyce, who always won a new car every fucking year, a few months or so. She just bought her a new Lexus. And she bought her a new home as well. So she has a lot on her financially, including Todd and his fuck ups when it comes to the restaurant and other business ventures. So Candy has to continue to work the way she does. Now I get it. Before I was like, girl, you need to slow down. But when you have a lot of family members and people in your pocket that you have to take care of, plus your grown kids who are still, kind of eating off of you as well, versus kind of pushing them out there, because even birds get pushed out the fucking nest at some point and say, okay, Mama bird say, okay, now I've gone and fetched as many worms as I can. Now let me push you out so you can learn to fly on your own. But I feel like Candy is definitely not pushing Riley to be as independent as she should be as an adult because of guilt, because she wasn't there for her as a mother, or as a mother should, because of working so much while Riley was growing up. So yeah, y'all can't tell Riley acts a lot like Mama Joyce. Her attitude is just like Mama Joyce. Just like Mama, and it's sad. I was like, oh God, not Mama Joyce Jr., Lord. We don't need another Mama Joyce. We tired of her ass. But what do y'all think? Go ahead and sound off on that. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here and say Mama Joyce also gambles a lot. Yeah, because I do remember at the reunion, Candy was saying that Mama Joyce was stealing checks and stealing her money and gambling away her money, y'all. She said that. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you outed your mama like that on the show. But girl, yes. But thank you guys. We're gonna get out of here, okay? Let's go ahead and thank all of my people. Shout out to all my mods. All right. Shout out to all the content creators because I got to get off here. Shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to all of my Caramellians. Shout out to the haters in the bushes. All right. All my flying monkeys that park their motorcycles in my bushes to get all of my tea to take it wherever you take it. I don't know. But thank you for that, I guess, because views do matter. Thank you to everyone watching. All my Caramellians, y'all know I love y'all down. We got to get out of here until the next video. Don't forget to tap the like. Don't forget to hype up this video. Don't forget to share the video. Check out all of our platforms. Also, check me out over on TikTok as well. All right. Like the video, share the video, hype the video, all of those. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so as well, too. All right. Love you guys.